I've always wondered about this and I've never really had the words for it. I'm always scared that I'm gonna like hurt somebody's feelings, but people have been hurting my feelings for the last like 4 days on this app, so let's go.
I'm telling a therapist this and they don't even know what to say to me.
I have recently been asking where, the men are, what they do for fun, where they go, because what women do for fun and what men do for fun, and I'm speaking about straight people here, it seems to be opposite things, and I'm kind of curious about that, because shouldn't we like go to the same places and meet each other? Just an idea. And this is one of the responses to where all the men is they are at home on dating apps chasing tens. It's the chasing tens part I have a question about. First of all, 10 is in the eye of the beholder.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
But I wonder if there's some truth to this, because the most consistent comment I got from men was how they were just like over being rejected, perpetually rejected, forever rejected. And it got me thinking, like, who are you trying? And I'm wondering if maybe there's a disconnect between the women that men want and the women that want men. I have no other way to say this. I think women are more realistic.
Crack is cheap.
I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married.
I think we are more realistic in our tastes. I think we are more realistic in who we would match with. And I'm getting the sense that the men, at least the ones here, are not. Because their favorite thing to say is that we're all looking for men over 6 feet who make like $500,000 a year or whatever. We're not, babe. We're not. That's crazy. It's crazy and it's unrealistic. And we know that. But I don't know that you guys know the same thing.
There's so many things to touch on. I don't even know where to start. First of all, ma'am, you're over 40, clearly. And most men aren't checking for women over 40, period. So that's where your troubles are coming in at. Now, it goes back to this theory I have that women only make videos about top 20% men. So yes, top 20% men are probably going for top 20% women. And they may be getting rejected. But the average Joe is definitely more realistic about his dating standards than the average woman. Of course, you're being realistic now because you're past the wall, and most people aren't checking for you like that. So yes, now you'll just take, a man with a job and teeth. But I bet your standards were a lot higher when you were 22, weren't they?
I'm not answering that.
No, because nothing makes me crawl out of my skin. Nothing makes me crawl out of my skin. I'm going to try not to yell during this. Nothing makes me crawl out of my skin more than when somebody wanted you first. They wanted you first. You didn't even want anything to do with them. They appeared out of thin air and pecked at you until you finally gave in. You finally gave in, they leave. They're gone. Poof, out, they're gone. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I'm going to try and talk quietly. Why did you do that?
You never know, that's the point.
I'm gonna be very calm, cool, and collected. Why did you have to do that? You could have just left me alone. Like, you could have left me alone.
No, he wanted some quick cooch. That's why he didn't leave you alone. He didn't peck away at you for a relationship. He pecked away at you for a one-night stand or maybe a 2-week stand, and that's why he dipped afterwards. She's not giving enough detail. But anybody with half a brain know what this situation was. He conquered you, and now it's on to the next one.
How you doing? Listen closely. Use them ears. I got a little important announcement for you right now. You got pumped and dumped. Hoard and ignored. Popped and dropped. Slopped and blocked. Plucked, then ducked. Pressed and left. Hit and quit. Rammed in and abandoned. Sprayed and delayed. Throated and ghosted.
So I just went on a second date, and what I realized on the second date is I struggle with opening up. Like, I think when you go on enough first or second dates, you're used to the same topics, and then when they ask you something that you're like, that's personal, that's something that you'd actually get to know who I am, I found myself like hesitating to be open and honest. Like, I didn't want to open up about actual vulnerable things. So, you learn something new every day. Good thing I have therapy tomorrow.
That's a gigantic red flag for most guys.
I think this second date just reminded me that I really do have some things to work on, like feeling comfortable opening up to people, because he was asking very normal questions and I was like, I think feeling hesitant because I'm like, I don't know if I want to like let you in. It's crazy. You don't realize you like have trust issues or issues opening up in general until you're put in a position where you're asked a question and you're like, wait, why would I answer that? It's just a weird feeling opening up to someone again, honestly, about anything. But I'm home and I'm gonna read and go to bed, but just some late night thoughts. Good night.
You weird.
You know what's crazy? This woman looks way better without all the makeup. The makeup really just ages her. Anyway, yeah, ma'am, you need some help. So hopefully that therapy can do what it's intended to do. I guess my question is, why are you still single? The easiest thing in the world for a woman to do is get an average, decent man and keep him. It's just always a red flag when a woman just is perpetually single.